Now, celebrating 130 years of giving back, a local organization continues to help our area meet health and human service needs. And we're learning more about the two American teens accused of killing a police officer in Rome. Plus, an art fair dedicated to heat, fire, and flames. We'll show you the artists both talented and brave enough to participate.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5:30.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 5:30. I'm Amanda Quintana. We start tonight with news just into the Channel 3000 Alert Center. Crews are battling a fire at a Janesville apartment building. Rock County Dispatch says they received a call just after 3:30 this afternoon for a fire at 2825 Holiday Drive. Dispatch says the Janesville Fire Department is on scene with assistance from other local departments. They don't have any information yet on the cause of the fire, damages, or injuries. As of about 20 minutes ago, firefighters are still on scene. Holiday Drive is currently closed between North Pontiac and Carousel Lane due to that fire, according to the Janesville Police Department. We will continue following this story on our website, channel3000.com. One of Madison's historic philanthropic organizations is turning 130 years old. Gabriela Becerra is here to share how they're using their birthday celebration to continue giving back. Gabby.
Attic Angel Association was founded in 1889. The all-woman organization helped build Madison, including the city's first hospital. They have a focus on helping the elderly and children, and their annual focus right now is on helping children in high-stress or traumatic environments. And as they proved today, Attic Angel is not ready to quit playing. Life is a playground. The theme of Attic Angel's birthday party rings true.
Lots of things going on.
With hula hooping, bubbles, magic, and games.
Magic does happen here in reality.
And what's a party without dessert?
Attic Angel has gone back 130 years and really made a big impact on this city through many hearts and many hands coming together to make a difference.
But their birthday playground means more to the playing field.
Our fundraiser portion of this event is calling everybody to take part in our mission and build a playground that will help children experiencing early trauma such as homelessness.
The Playing Field is an early childhood program for families from all socioeconomic backgrounds.
Our name, The Playing Field, actually kind of has two meanings. Obviously, we want to level the playing field, but also we're committed to the rights of children to play.
Donations raised today will help rebuild their playground.
Play is important for all children, but it's especially important for children from high stress, high poverty situations because they're often denied those opportunities.
This organization for 130 years was able to look at what are the needs in the community, and then let's create some programs and services to meet those needs.
Their birthday is a celebration of the past, present, and future.
You know, life is a playground, but you can have fun at any age.
To learn more about donating to their cause and the chance to win a year of free ice cream, visit channel3000.com.
All right, thank you so much, Gabby. Let's get a look at your first alert weather with Dana Fulton. Dana, another hot day out there.
Amanda, it's warm outside and a little muggy in Madison, but if you're in central or northern Wisconsin, right now we're actually dealing with some very strong thunderstorms and rain sliding on through. Here's a look at our Doppler track right now. Those showers and thunderstorms bringing some heavier rainfall. Also the threat for severe weather as there is a tornado watch in effect north and west of Camp Douglas, north of La Crosse. Of course, the Dell's not included in that, but we're going to be keeping a close eye on that area and see if that watch is expanded south. Right now, everything in southern Wisconsin very calm, but we do have the threat for some stronger thunderstorms and showers to slide through later overnight. Not a concern for your evening. Right now it's 86 in Madison, 83 in La Crosse, and 85 in Monroe. So everyone a little warm right now. And as we look ahead to tomorrow, plan on another warm day, but notice we get sunshine all day long. We aren't expecting any showers to stay with us overnight and into your Monday, but we'll break down the rain chances tonight and what's ahead for your work week in just a few minutes. Amanda?
Thank you, Dana. More local news now. A report of a plane crash in the town of Perry this morning turned out to be a false alarm. Authorities say the plane's beacon was disrupted and led to that false report. The actual plane was in St. Louis, where it's registered. Dane County Dispatch received a call just after 10 o'clock today about a plane that made a hard landing at 650 Perry Center Road. Officials arrived but did not find a plane. 3 people are in the hospital tonight after a crash last night in the town of Beloit, and officials believe both speed and alcohol were likely factors. Authorities say 20-year-old Kevin Lugo struck trees and a pole near St. Lawrence and South Paddock Road. Officials say he was transported to an area hospital with multiple injuries, but is stable right now. He has not been interviewed by officers yet because he was unconscious. 2 other passengers in the car were also transported to hospitals and are expected to survive. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office is reporting a rash of fatal overdoses in recent days. Authorities say a man and a woman both died of suspected overdoses in Milwaukee yesterday. The deaths were among 5 probable overdose deaths that the office responded to in less than 5 hours yesterday. Officials have responded to 9 since Friday morning, with the majority in Milwaukee. Autopsies are scheduled for tomorrow. A motorcycle crashed into a truck as well as a trailer in Sauk County yesterday afternoon. Officials say they received a call just after 2 o'clock about an accident involving a motorcycle and farm machinery on County Highway N in the township of Bear Creek. Police say the man driving the motorcycle struck a truck that was blocking both lanes, as well as a disabled farm tractor and trailer. The man was taken to the hospital, and the truck and tractor drivers were not injured. Americans have been arrested for murder abroad, and a shocking photo of one of them in custody has just surfaced. The 2 teenagers were vacationing in Rome when investigators allege one of them stabbed and killed a police officer. David Daniel has the latest.
Police have arrested 2 Americans from the Bay Area over the killing of an officer in Italy Friday. 19-year-old Finnegan Elder and 18-year-old Gabriel Natale Horth are being held in a Rome jail, accused of aggravated murder and attempted extortion. A prominent Italian newspaper obtained a photo of one of the suspects sitting blindfolded in a police station after being taken into custody. Police confirm the authenticity of the photo and say investigations have been launched into both why the suspect was blindfolded and who leaked the photo. Italy's interior minister also commented, saying, "To those complaining about the blindfolding of the arrested, remember that the only victim to cry for is the man, a servant of the homeland who died in service." He called for life sentences for both teens. The murder is apparently the result of a drug deal gone wrong. Elder and Natale Horth are accused of stealing a backpack after they were sold crushed aspirin instead of cocaine. Police met with the pair to retrieve the backpack and were assaulted after they identified themselves. Investigators say that Elder stabbed Officer Mario Cerchiello Rega 8 times and confessed during his interrogation. But Elder's attorney says he remained silent in front of a judge.
He exercised his right not to answer questions, obviously.
Despite the accusations, neither of the Americans has been charged, and according to Italian law, police can hold suspects for up to a year without charges. I'm David Daniel reporting.
Hundreds of people laid flowers and prayed during the wake for Officer Mario Rega today. His funeral will be held tomorrow in the same church where he was married less than 2 months ago. The New York man whose 2 young children died after he left them in a hot car is on suicide watch. 39-year-old Juan Rodriguez faces 2 counts of manslaughter and 2 counts of criminal negligent homicide for the deaths of his 1-year-old twins. Supporters yelled, "I love you," as Rodriguez hugged his wife outside of the courtroom where he was released on bail last night. His lawyers say they're worried about his mental state.
My client is inconsolable. I mean, he is beside himself in grief. And he's been that way for a period of time. And I'm concerned, of course, about his mental health.
Prosecutors say the body temperatures of Luna, the girl, and Phoenix, the boy, reached 108 degrees after Rodriguez left them in his car for 8 hours on Friday while he went to work at a VA medical center in the Bronx, where he's a social worker. Prosecutors say Rodriguez did drop off his 4-year-old son at daycare, but never took the twins to their daycare center. He's due back in court next week. Still to come on News 3 Now at 5:30, Consumer Reports has some important advice on what ID theft protection services can and cannot do. Everyone's heard of identity theft, and maybe you or someone you know has even been a victim. Since it's on the rise, it's not surprising that companies are trying to cash in, offering identity theft protection services. Josh Sprider for Consumer Reports explains how the coverage works and whether or not it's worth the money.
Andrea Ferrero teaches young people about finances, which unfortunately also includes learning about identity theft. She should know. Andrea had her identity stolen a few years ago, but Andrea was lucky. She had enrolled in an identity theft protection service, which quickly informed her that someone had used her info to get a large amount of credit in her name.
They walked me through the steps to take to dispute the line of credit that had been opened and take care of that.
But before you enroll in one of these services, Consumer Reports says know what you're actually buying. Some people assume ID protection services will prevent identity theft in the first place, but that's not true.
Consumers pretty much have to accept that criminals can get their hands on your personal information no matter what you do. The key is to spot fraudulent activity quickly and then do what you have to do to stop it.
ID theft protection services like Andrea's can help you dispute fraudulent transactions with your bank, credit card companies, and other businesses after your identity has been stolen, typically for a fee of about $10 to $30 a month. The best way to avoid being a victim of this type of new account fraud you can do yourself. Freeze your credit with the major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. It's free and no one will be able to open credit, including you, until you unfreeze it. But keep in mind, freezing your credit won't prevent all ID theft. For instance, a criminal can still use your personal information to get medical services or steal your tax refund.
It's critical that consumers themselves keep a careful eye on their financial world. Bank and credit card statements, obviously, but also medical records, insurance records, tax records.
With this Consumer Reports, I'm Josh Sprider, News 3 Now.
Consumer Reports says if you're considering signing up for ID theft protection, ask a lot of questions. Another thing they say you should do yourself in any case is check your credit report free once a year with the 3 credit bureaus to spot any suspicious activity. All things fiery were celebrated today at the Midwest Fire Fest. Blacksmiths, glass artists, and fire dancers gathered this weekend at Westside Park in Cambridge for a non-traditional art fair. But event coordinator Lori Struss says the Fire Fest is more than just about the art.
We look at it as economic development through the arts. This town has roots deep in clay, so it makes sense for us to have an art fair, but this isn't your mama's art fair. We didn't want just another art fair. We wanted people to have a connection with the art that they make.
Struss says the Fire Fest is demonstration heavy so people can get a better understanding of what it takes to make artwork. The free festival was sponsored by the Cambridge Arts Council and the Clay Collective, and Struss says money raised throughout the weekend will help those groups fulfill their mission in the community. When we come back, Dana has your first alert forecast with a muggy start to the work week and a lot of sun.
When a
few clouds outside right now, also just a little warm and muggy as we have a warm front just driving over the southern edge of the state right now. Again, that tornado watch is in effect to the north and west. They're dealing with some very strong thunderstorms and some showers coming on through. No warnings though up there right now, but we do have quite a bit of lightning that's been popping on up. Overall though, just cloudy. Our next line of showers will be sliding in later on. So far today, a high of 88. It's been warm out this afternoon. Again, we should be in the low 80s for afternoon highs. Started the day off close to 70, so it really didn't drop much overnight last night. This warm front is pushing north right on over us. So this warm southern flow bringing temperatures up quite a bit throughout Iowa, northern Illinois, and of course for southern Wisconsin, as you just saw our temps today, well above average. The storms right now are to the north, but as this cold front passes overhead overnight, we're going to have a nice line of storms come through later this evening and early Monday morning. May see a few showers lingering into Monday morning, especially areas south and east of Dane County as that front pulls away. Behind it, though, temperatures are going to be a little more pleasant outside for Monday and Tuesday, and we're actually looking at a drop in our dew points. So that's the good news. 86 right now in Madison, 85 in Dubuque, and 83 in La Crosse, but where we have those storms, of course, it's much cooler, and that's also north of that warm front where they have the cooler air in place. Our dew points at about 66 in Madison, but in the 70s when you get north closer to those fronts. So looking at the big picture, you can see that line of storms crossing right overhead, heading into early on Monday morning. And then later in the afternoon, our skies will steadily clear. The clouds get out of here and then we'll get some sunshine for Monday afternoon. Tuesday, nothing new moving on in. Our breeze will shift so it becomes a little more northern. Tuesday should be very pleasant outside. Wednesday also looking mostly clear. Northeast breeze in the afternoon, and temperature wise will be close to average there for the middle of the week. The showers coming through tonight could be about a half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of accumulation. We may just see some heavier rainfall at times, not a big rain accumulating event. But wouldn't be surprised if we see some pooling and, of course, some of the lower lying areas, at least in my yard, will be a little muddy heading into tomorrow morning. So there's that band coming through again very early in the day. For your drive into work, you may still have a few lingering showers, but we aren't expecting any of the heavy rainfall still lingering in for your morning commute. In the afternoon, temperatures will be in the low 80s, so a very seasonal day. For Tuesday, looking at a mostly sunny sky, pleasant in the afternoon. High temperatures should be close to 80, upper 70s even for some areas. So overnight, plan on the scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy. We won't drop too much with our temps because it will be mostly cloudy, so plan on landing in the upper 60s, and then tomorrow about 82 degrees. So very seasonal afternoon once the showers get out of here. We got to get the rain through first, and then we get to enjoy those dew points falling. It won't be nearly as muggy for Monday evening, and then by Tuesday, of course, the cooler air really arrives and it'll be very pleasant outside for Tuesday throughout the day. And that middle of the week really doesn't look too bad. We're seasonal for Wednesday and Thursday with sunshine. By Friday, though, we start to warm up just a little bit in front of our next system. That'll be arriving just in time for next weekend. Starting to see those shower chances creep back in late on Saturday.
So dealing with that humidity a little more.
Just a little more, but once we slide the showers through, of course, behind it, everything just feels so much better outside.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Dana. The Brewers aiming for the series sweep, but Kyle Schwarber's got something to say about that. Highlights next in sports.
Well, the Brewers gunning to sweep the Cubs today, and they really need it with a tight race at the top of the NL Central. But Kyle Schwarber, having quite the day, slamming one into the upper deck. It would be a grand slam in the second inning off of Zach Davies. Cubs up 4-0. Schwarber with 7 RBIs on 2 home runs today. Fast forward to the 5th inning, Brewers down 7-2. Christian Yelich, always reliable, looping one down the left field line. That one will be fair. Orlando Arcia scores. The Cubs evidently saving all of their runs for one game. The Brewers lose 11-4. Both teams have the day off tomorrow. So here's a look at what's happening in the NL Central standings. Cardinals were at the top alone, but they lost to the Astros today. So now they're tied with the Cubs for the top spot. Brewers just one game behind those two teams. First-year head coach Matt LaFleur definitely consistent. Today's practice at 1 hour and 50 minutes, 1 minute shorter than yesterday's. Coach LaFleur saying yesterday that his practices may seem a little short, but an extra half hour isn't going to make a huge difference come the season. But the difference today, the first day of full pad. So time to get down to business. Players obviously a little more physical today, and Coach LaFleur thinks the defense does need some work, but so far the offense is impressive.
In terms of our mindset, the physicality and whatnot, that's the mindset I want our guys to have. But no, yeah, there was some good things today in the run game, and you know the improvement that I saw was just like we talked about yesterday, was with our backs, you know, pressing those landmarks, and it started to open up some seams, and our guys are doing a good job up front, capturing some of the combinations, and you hit it and read it one gap at a time.
Meanwhile, the offensive and defensive lines going head-to-head today, which always brings out a little extra competition between the two groups. Today was no exception, with the offensive line having some fun jokingly afterwards.
You get to work on your hands and your physicality about playing the run well, and setting edges, and just focusing on one emphasis of the game, which is playing the run, and that drill that you saw today. And guys get to work on their hand placement, their get off, and playing physical.
I mean, more times than not, we're usually dominating the line of scrimmage. Defense usually has to catch up a little bit.
Ooh, David Bakhtiari, those are some fighting words there. He was just kidding afterwards, he told us. Now, Egan Bernal making history today at the Tour de France, becoming the first Colombian to win the race. And he's only 22 years old, which also makes him the youngest rider to win the Tour de France in 110 years. Lots of supporters there in the crowd. Bernal didn't lead any of the stages until today, so the most important one. Finally tonight, Elvis and Bill Belichick evidently hanging out together today at the FedEx St. Jude Invitational in Memphis, Tennessee. Probably chatting about, I don't know, his greatest hits, plays for the Patriots offense this season, comparing rings. I'm sure Elvis had some blingy rings back in the day. Bill Belichick obviously has quite a couple rings himself. I don't really know, but the outfits, the Elvis outfit. Big fan of the outfit, and I think that's a wig, right? That has to be that. That has to be a wig. Always some fun there.
Looks fun.
Yeah,
I mean, the jacket's all sparkly.
Yeah,
Getting a lot of attention.
Exactly.
We'll be right back.
I am Michelle Carolla. Tonight on the news at 9, an unprecedented rescue mission for baby flamingos in South Africa. We're going to highlight the efforts of rescuers hoping to save an entire flock from dying out. That's first on Fox at 9.
Seems like it's going to be a pretty nice week with those temperatures, at least.
We really are going to have some nice weather over the next few days. Right now, though, it is muggy outside in front of our next chance for showers. Plan on those showers starting to come through, and some thunderstorms also overnight around midnight in southern Wisconsin and to early Monday morning. We may have a few showers lingering into your morning commute, but then in the afternoon, we'll gradually become mostly sunny, and we'll stick with the sunshine through the middle of the week. Our next system not arriving until the weekend. And as you mentioned, some nice temperatures there, too.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.